So when Matt Taibbi went to testify about the collusion between the intelligence community, the government, and social media to censor the First Amendment rights of Americans, he was met by the IRS at his house to intimidate him on the same day. On the same day, it's just what an IRS agent stopped by the home of Twitter Files journalist Matt Taibbi the same day of his congressional testimony on the weaponization of the government.
Little on the nose, guys.
Who, according to House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan, who's demanding an explanation over the oddly timed visit. Oddly timed? What? You never got an at-home wellness check from the IRS on the day of your congressional hearing? Really?
Did they show their badges? How does that work?
Jordan sent a letter to the IRS Commissioner Daniel Werfel and the Department of Treasury on Monday in hopes of getting to the bottom of why the federal agent appeared at Matt Taibbi's New Jersey home on March 9th and left a note. Yeah. The note reportedly instructed Taibbi to call the IRS 4 days later. When he did, an agent told him that his 2018 and 2021 tax returns had both been rejected due to the identity theft concerns.
Wow.
What?
Taibbi has been deeply involved in researching and reporting the Twitter files based off a trove of internal documents at the social media giant, meant to expose unfair bias in the company's past content moderation and the social media's giant previous contact with government officials. The journalist told Jordan's committee about the IRS agent's visit that occurred the same day he spoke to House members before the Select Subcommittee on the Weaponization of Federal Government to testify on what he learned from the Twitter files. Taibbi gave the committee documents that indicate his 2018 tax return had been electronically accepted, and the IRS never told him or his accountants that there was an issue with it for the last 4.5 frickin' years. And his 2021 return was first rejected and then rejected again after he refiled it, despite his accountants refiling with an IRS-approved PIN number. So this is called intimidation. This is them letting you know that we're just starting. We're just starting to mess with you. Okay, and they have they have all his texts, they have all his emails, and they have all his phone calls. Even if you do it on Signal, as we found out with Tucker Carlson, that the NSA has a back door. Taibbi said in neither case was it a money issue, and that the IRS actually owed him a considerable sum, the Journal said. Wow. Well, now it's unusual for the IRS to come to your house when they owe you a large sum of money. Taibbi made clear in a tweet Monday night he had no interest in commenting on the letter. For those asking, I don't want to comment on the IRS issue pending an answer to Chairman Jim Jordan's letter. Taibbi, well, actually, how he would say is, I don't know how to do it. I got to work at my Matt Taibbi impression. It's very impish.
Yeah, you got to like hold. They took my.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to do journalism.
Actually, it would me a considerable sum of money.
For those asking,
I was working on one, but
I'm not worried for myself, but I did feel the committee should be aware of the situation, he said. So remember when, all the stuff that they said Trump was doing to journalists, they're doing. They're trying to kill Julian Assange for exposing their crimes, and now they wanted to kill Matt Taibbi for exposing their malfeasance. And this is the ranking member of that committee from the Democrats. This is what remember when she said this famously to Matt Taibbi? She called him
This isn't just a matter of what data was given to these so-called journalists before us now.
So-called. She called them so-called journalists, right? And so Matt Taibbi got back at her.
Ranking Member Plaskett, I'm not a so-called journalist. I've won the National Magazine Award, the I.F. Stone Award for Independent Journalism, and I've written 10 books, including 4 New York Times bestsellers.
So there was Matt Taibbi really sticking it to her.
Wow, I like her. Like, go and check and see if you won any award. If he is, does anybody get? Are you guys doing anything for me? That's just her being like a real rude. Like,
yes,
she works in a booth in the New York subway.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I like he called her ranking member. What rank is she? Amateur? Come on. This was meant to send a message to any journalist who dares to do their job. Why are only right-wing outlets are covering this? Well, I guess it's because the left doesn't want to do its job. Or maybe since their team is doing it, this is all fine. That's the latter.
I'm starting to think the left going only with like college grads and no working class whatsoever might have been a mistake.
I think the message this sends is, it says the official who did this would like a promotion from the deep state. That's what it says.
This sounds like that DA with his bold Trump strategy.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. I hope this works. Oh, we owed him money. All right. Well,
all right.
Worth a shot.
Mehdi Hassan, confirmed hack. That's why it's always noteworthy when he actually tells the truth about something. He says, have the IRS commented yet on why they reportedly showed up at the home of Matt Taibbi? I mean, I know it's the Wall Street Journal, and I know Republicans are already losing their minds, but it doesn't look good for sure. You think?
Oh, is the Wall Street Journal a fringe?
Yeah, that's what he's trying.
Do you not serve Wall Street, Mehdi? Also,
he's pretending like he doesn't serve Wall Street.
He's got a big, the Iraq War was a big crime retrospective going on now. So maybe he was saving his capital up to really...
Maybe. Here, they say if the IRS visit Matt Taibbi's house had anything to do with his reporting or recent congressional testimony, it would be a disturbing attack on press freedoms. Let's hope the government quickly and credibly explains. What in the fuck? Why do we, of course you know what this is. Oh, let's hope it wasn't what it is. Yeah. Let's just, oh my gosh, I wouldn't want to actually say what's happening.
I mean, it's amazing the amount of care not taking to be like, it looks like Trump's been a Russian spy since the 70s.
Yeah, yep.
No, well, there's like, I hope he's not a Russian. Yeah. We know he is. He watches P-tapes.
Matt Taibbi actually responded to them, and he says, I've been reassured now that there is no problem, but I still look forward to hearing an explanation. So the IRS is like, no problem. Oh, no, everything's good. You're fine. After we intimidated the shit out of you and let you know that we're going to screw with you. Turns out they came out to personally thank you for your outstanding service. That's what the IRS...
Is there a Twitter file coming out where they have an in to Twitter also? Like, why would they be in? You know, like...
that would just... because they all work for the same billionaire class, man.
Yeah.
The whole government, the whole media, they all work for the same people.
That sounds to me like a you know, I'm going to get a promotion off that. I should check... Oh, that guy. I should check out his, you know...
Yeah. I'll go screw with Matt Taibbi. No. Hey, you're supposed to get 4 to 6 servings of vegetables and fruit. Of course, nobody does. So a way to make up for it, they have this called, if you like superfood, Field of Greens, this is actually food. It's not a supplement. They take the food, the vegetables and fruits, and they turn them into a powder. And then you take that powder and you put a scoop of it in your water or whatever, or you can with milk or whatever you want to mix it with. I mix it with water. I like how it tastes. It tastes like iced tea and fresh cut grass, but in the best way. And they have others. This is the original. They have other flavors. But anyway, so I don't get my fruits and vegetables. I only really eat twice a day, maybe even less than that. So I take this. I started to anyway, and I'll let you know. I mean, look how good my hair looks and everything already. So anyway, you could get a deal on this if you like this. If you like this kind of thing, this is good for you. So it's called, go to fieldofgreens.com and use the promo code Jimmy, and you get 15% off your first thing. And then if you want to have a subscription that keeps coming, like I guess every month or something, you could get 10% off that. So use the promo code Jimmy, go to Field of Greens and get your superfood. It's a superfood. It's real. It's organic. It's nothing bad in there. And it's real food. Supposed to be good for you. Look at that. All right. So if you're into that, that's a good way to help support the show. Go to fieldofgreens.com. Use promo code Jimmy. Go to jimmydore.com to see my new stand-up special, COVID Lies Are Funny. For only $10, you get to become a premium member, too. And come see us do our live shows. We're going to be doing stand-up comedy in Milwaukee, Nashville, Honolulu, Los Angeles, Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, New York, Cohoes, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Baltimore, Maryland, and more. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.